The CEO of Reset Travel. Let's talk about frequently asked questions that you may have when you are traveling with Reset Travel. Today, we're going to talk about our missed payments and what to do with an authorized payment versus a completed payment. Now, with Reset Travel, you've got a couple of ways that you can make payments, and then we also offer payment plans on your vacation and travel plans. However, it can be a bit confusing when you're getting your invoices. So I wanted to clear those things up for you. Your invoices will go out monthly. All invoices will be due on the 15th of every month. Most invoices are due 2 months, 60 days prior to your departure date, except cruises, which are due 4 months, 120 days prior to. So it's important to make sure that you are making your payments on time. Now, if you make those payments after the 15th of the month, I will go back through around the 20th or the 25th, but I have a systematic way of making payments so that I don't make any mistakes on your payments because I use your authorized payments to pay the vendor directly. So if you make your payments after the 15th, I will sweep through on the 20th or the 25th. This is barring holidays. Sometimes if it lands on a Friday, it definitely won't get done until a day or two after. So I'm just letting you know that there's a window of time, either 2 to 3 days after the 20th or the 25th, that I'll sweep through. Other than that, I will make those payments that you make between the 25th, 20th, 25th through the 14th on the 15th, unless you send me an email. All you have to do is send me an email and let me know, hey, I authorized my payment. Can you process it now? And then I'll go into the system and I will complete your payment. Now let's talk about what I mean by authorized payments and completed payments. Here's an example here of a completed payment, which is in green, and then your upcoming payments that are in yellow. Your upcoming payments should have a due date of the 15th. If they don't, let me know. That just means there's human error on my part when I was creating your invoice. Also, you want to make sure that you are keeping track of the number of payments that you are authorizing. So let's talk about authorized payments. Your authorized payments will be in blue. So if you take a look at your invoice at any time and there's an authorized payment, a payment that you logged in, you placed your um, credit card information in, you signed it because that's what authorizations require. You place in the credit card that you want to use, the amount that you want to pay, and then you sign it. Now your payment will turn to blue. It's not completed. It just means you're giving me permission to make that payment to the vendor on your behalf. Once your payments are completed, then they will show up in green. So we've got three colors on your invoice. Yellow is incomplete. Blue is what you've authorized, but I haven't completed those payments for you. And green means you're good to go. Those payments are gone. Now, once I complete a payment for you, you will receive an email that says, I've processed your payment, your invoice has been updated. If you don't receive that email from me, your payment has not been completed. Please go back to the invoice to make sure that it is green and not blue. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about failed payments, because sometimes the payments that I process won't go through. And I will always give you a courtesy email that looks like this. It will say, we received the following message: unable to charge the credit card. Now, when I receive that message, I will send this email to you to let you know. You got a couple of choices here. You can say, hey, you can process it next month. You can say, hey, can you process it on any random date that you pick, the 18th, the 16th, whatever you want. You can say, hey, can you process just $100 instead of $200? You've got control over how much you pay each month. Just as long as you're able to pay your vacation off by the due date, you're fine. And the due dates are hard due dates. There's no wiggle room around it. So these emails that you receive as reminders are courtesy reminders to let you know that you do have a payment plan in place. You do have a payment that's due and that's coming up in a couple of days. It's up to you whether you take care of that payment at that time or if you want to move that date to a different date. Like I said, you're in control of your payments just as long as they are completed. But the monthly payment plan is a courtesy to let you know every month that there is an amount that's due and that there is a payment that needs to be taken care of. Now, if you want to skip a payment, if you want to double up on a payment, you also can change the amount that you're paying every month and it will adjust on your invoice automatically. So I hope that this was helpful. Now that we know the difference between an authorized payment, which will show up in blue, but it has not been taken out of your account, and a completed payment, which will show up in green for go, green for go. All righty, it's your girl Paula Marie, aka the CEO of Reset Travel. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time on Frequently Asked Questions. Peace.